Hi guys, this is Tsuki from Tsuki Seki Cosplay, and today I'm gonna show you how to make this bottle with worms. So let's start. Take a bottle and cover it with a wood glue. Then start covering it with a tissue. You can form it in any shapes with your brush. And finally, when it's dry, it will look like this. It definitely needs more texture surface, so I'm adding it with gesso. I'm using this sculpting tool because of its stamp. It will make surface more interesting. I decided to add fake deer's horn to the top of the bottle. I cut off the string and then I use sandpaper to roughen the surface. As a glue, I'll be using this one, called tacky glue. And finally, I'm working with air clay. Next, the horn is attached to the top and I secure it with more air clay. Working with air clay is super easy and you just need some water to form it. Additionally, I'm using wood glue to secure it and make sure it won't fall apart when the clay will dry. When the base shape is ready, I started to add some details. I wanted to achieve something that reminds tree roots. So as you can see, I played with the form with different sculpting tools, my fingers, and some water. I recommend to check out sites like AliExpress or eBay to buy affordable sculpting items. In the next step, I add runes. Draw the shape, add the glue, and start sculpting. I used here epoxy sculpt. It's much more expensive than the air clay, but it's perfect for sculpting details and much more resistant to damage. With this clay you can use water as well to smooth the surface. Here I add more roots, putting the glue before attaching any clay. Finally, when the clay is dry, I use sandpaper to smooth the roots. Just be careful to not polish it too much, otherwise you'll destroy every single detail which you carved before, especially on the air clay. After that, I'm adding more details, I'm carving, making more slots. I put dowels made of epoxy sculpt to enrich the texture a little. That was the last step before painting. Let's take a look at the detail. Painting, yay! That's my favorite part. Of course, as a first step, you have to put a base color. I mixed chosen acrylic paint to achieve this dark green bottle color. Next, I am filling the roots with brown color. Acrylic paint dries super fast, and the final color is always darkened after drying. That's why I add white to lighten the tone. Next, I start shading. In this step, I use technique called washing. I applied a little of black oil paint and then I wiped the most of it. This way you can achieve really nice shading because the paint stays mostly in the lower place of the curved details. Time for some gold. Here I use dry brush technique, which means that you don't really use water while painting. You enrich the texture with your brush and a little of paint. I recommend to use here brush with the rough hair. After that, I start shading the surface between the roots. I thought the horn looks a little flat, so I added more white and gray shades. You can use here photo references of the real animals to paint your horn more realistic. I diversified the roots in the same way. Since I'm satisfied how it looks, painting is done. Finally, time for the last step. I found an old necklace and used this brown string. I glue it with hot glue, then adding the jewelry with gold accents. I secured the knot and some places to make sure that the string won't change its position. One more string and some stamens. At the end, I have to cover the places where I use hot glue. The best solution was to add real impregnated moss. I split it and glue again. And that's all. This is how I made my bottle. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and now you'll be able to create your own bottle. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye!